they'll hire him on, as a, cleaner, a silverware roller or something like that. So they hired me in at 14, and I was just about to turn 15. And I worked for Finley's through my entire high school and after high school too. I worked a lot of different jobs during opening my own business as well, and I still do, and I'll talk about that in a second. But, so working for them, I just got super interested in the restaurant field. I wanted to not only be not the dishwasher anymore, I wanted to be the cook. Didn't want to be the cook anymore, I wanted to be the manager. Didn't want to be the manager, I wanted to be the general manager. Didn't want to be the general manager, I wanted to be the area director. Because then I could see where the real stuff was at. Mm. And so I actually moved up to all those fields. And then I worked for another company for Ponderosa, which was Metro Media, and who owns Bennigan's and Ponderosa and Steak and Ale and stuff like that. And I moved from being a manager there to a general manager, from a general manager to an area director, and then to VP of operations for them as well. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of cool.
Culinary is a tough business though, and a lot of people don't last. What was it about it that really kept your interest, do you think?
I would say Chef John over at the Career Center has always kept my interest in not the food aspect of it, but the career aspect of doing things for people that are so different that they don't see all the time. And that's what's always kept me interested, is to see the highlight on somebody's face at that point when we come to a wedding, when we're doing something for them, a special anniversary, a party, a funeral even, all that kind of things, just to make sure that we're there to comfort them and to meet different people and aspects. This career that I have, I meet thousands of people a year.
I hope everybody got that point, because as we've heard from some of our other people like Mike Nevins, who was here yesterday, mm-hmm. you find this need, and he said especially if it's an emotional need and yep. you can connect with the person at an emotional level, you've got a winner.
Well, I was a bartender at my own restaurant in Elgin. And as a bartender, everybody kind of knows it's the cheers factor. They come in, they start spieling their story. They tell their story to you. And you tell your story back, and your highlights, and their highlights, and you learn from them, and this, that, and the other. And what a rewarding process that if you can have somebody tell you their story, and you be there to comfort that person, or be there to help that person, or be there to just listen to that person. So it's like being a counselor all at the same time. So it was kind of cool. So you find different areas and different niches that you have going on, and keep on, keep on going with it. So, feeling okay? So, kind of where I'm at with that. So, any other questions or concerns, or?
What's next for you? Like, do you want to expand different cities and states?
Well, we're already in Illinois and Ohio. We go northern Michigan. We haven't done too much northern stuff this year because we're just trying to stay at home and slow down a little bit. My goal right now is to keep us on our home turf, which is the Commonwealth building, but we are everywhere. We've got 4 weddings this weekend. We're in Tipton, we're in, where else are we at? Grass Lake this week, yeah. We're in Commonwealth, so we go all over the place. My expansion for me is probably going to end in August, as I have been told that the owner of the building that we're in now would like to buy us fully at this point, and then sign us on as a contractual situation. And I think that's going to be my ultimate goal at this point, is to deliver that promise to him and make sure that the company will continue to grow however his vision is at that point. Because I think we've grown as far as I can grow by myself. I can't be at every wedding, which kind of bothers me. I have a very huge rapport with my brides and my grooms when I come in. I like to keep things on a very personal level with them because it's a very emotional time for them. It's an emotional time when I have somebody come in and step in for a funeral or memorial service or anything. So those are, when they come into my office, we all kind of start sitting down and hashing it out, and let's be real with each other at this point. Let's say what's going on. And especially brides. I have my bridezillas, and I have my great brides, and I have brides that will just call me and they go, you just do whatever you want. I got some money, here it is. But
what's the breakdown just generally? The bridezillas, the terrible ones, the angels, and then the in-between. Is it a third?
It's usually the mothers that are the most problems because they want to live through their children's wedding at that point in time. And most funding for most of the weddings is coming from the parents at that point. Not a lot of kids or people who are semi-adults can afford these monster weddings. And they've gotten way bigger since I've started. They used to be max out 75 to 100 people. And we did 440, 450 last weekend.
Well, we did it was a little over 400, but they wanted us to set up for 500, just in case 500 showed up.
Right.
Can you share with us what you would charge?
This is an every weekend thing.
What would you, if you can share as much or as little as you want, what would you charge for a 400-person wedding, like per head, or what would you charge?
Well, how we do it is we have a menu, it's spaced out, it's per plate, they come in, they can choose from that. If they want to go outside the box, they can do that. Like for this weekend, we have a Japanese style wedding. So they're doing reishi, some different things. They're putting some American cuisine. We're gonna do some sticky rice and different sushi rolls and things like that. So we've got a menu over here that takes care of the American side, and then we have to go out and hunt for all these pricings for this, and then put it all together for them. If they agree, they pay. So it's quite the operation.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, it was. Ouch.
From my point of view,
It's
ouch.
probably for me. I'll see if we win on this. So.
You said something about the Commonwealth? Is that in Jackson?
Yeah, downtown.
Have you ever heard of Grady's?
Yeah, I know.
I've
Great.
heard of it.
Yeah, well then you should know that we do some referrals out to them when Jamie McQueen was working for us and stuff like that. Yep.
Yeah, that we go out of we worked in I've been in the Commonwealth a few times.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think you guys did our Christmas party,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yep. So we have a great rapport with most of our catering surrogates because we can't take everything on. There's no way. You know, and sometimes we don't want to take anything on. There's some people, I get people that come in, I'm good. I think I know best who you can fit with at this point. Like, I'm not a barbecue guy, and there's Dan from West Texas Barbecue. You guys know Dan, Big Dan off to the side there. He'll come out once in a while. He's the guy I send them to. Like, if you want the real deal, go to Dan, because we don't deal with that. There's some specialties we just don't deal with. But wedding-wise, we're pretty open to doing at least up to 6 weddings on a weekend.
That's so important to know what your niche is, what you can handle. Again, we heard from Mike Nevins yesterday. Before he built his current very successful business, he was building log cabins in Colorado. He was so successful that his orders increased by more than 100% one year. He said yes to everyone, put him out of business.
Right?
Right?
Yep, that will do it.
Got to know where your limits are, what you can do well and what you can't do well.
And you gotta know the limits. And I have felt like we have kind of stretched them at some points in time, and then I feel like we come back, and then we stretch, and then we come back. And I think a lot of the limits is based on what my employees can handle as well. If I've got a new team that's coming in, a team A, a team B, and a C, to do these weddings, and C's not prepared to do it,
Yep.
you know, that's the vision we have.
I hope everybody got that, because what Davan just said is exactly what all the research shows. You don't grow any faster than you have the right people in place to manage that growth. You just don't throw bodies in off the street. You have to have tested, people that you trust, that work well in your system to be able to handle that growth, or you will fail.
Yep. You'll fail. Instantly. But then after you do a failure, pick yourself back up, get back on the horse. If you feel like you truly have the product that somebody wants, and you truly are going to do this, then you can find a way to make it work. It just takes a lot of ups and downs to do it.
Maybe one more question, burning question for Davan. All right, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. You all know Ken Johnson was here. He invented this game, second most popular card game in the world, 50 million copies. He autographed one for you, so that's our gift to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the food again.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Oh, I didn't even touch it.
All right, Mr. Griffith. Ron, did you want to do something at this point?
Yeah, why don't you fill your plates up or grab something else, and then we have to take a couple minutes break, and then we have the team, and we want to share a couple things.
Okay. You want to? Okay. Should I wait? All right.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
I'm allowed to, huh?
You're allowed.
I don't need a pass.
One more day, and then I'm done with math forever. 47%. It's really hard to pass a test. You didn't like.
That's right. You're the only one that's.
I have a 74%. Well, if you move on, I need a 75%. So I just need a 75%.
I didn't want to get over another guy.
Right now,
Okay, now, wow, weirdo.
How's this in high school? I'm pretty good at making cupcakes. You know what? I make cupcakes that look professional. I get like the whipped cream.
You didn't pick up.
If you get it from the store and you whip it yourself. I do. I don't buy it in a can.
Yes.
It comes in a liquid form. You whip it. Whip it with the little KitchenAid blender. Yeah.
I thought it was like.
We'll go grab that.
What?
Some frosting I like. We'll go grab that.
Actually, yeah, we.
Banana.
I don't like my friend was I like
Here you go. Yes, dude.
I just need to walk on.
I'm walking, dude. We can go outside too.
Do we? Okay. Want me to round them up?
Yeah, then we get.
Okay.
We'll get them out quickly.
okay.
Wrong, you both.
Yeah.
Ron squared. Like we left the chicken yesterday, can we leave the fried chicken again and just stick it in the
No way, we
fridge?
don't want any.
And then that way the kids can eat it cold again?
That's
I mean, they
great.
can eat
Yeah,
cold
yes,
chicken.
I would-
What about the salad as well? I can stick it in the tin and put it in
Well,
the,
yeah, if you want to.
Thank you.
leave it in the fridge. I mean, can you fit it in there okay?
It'll fit in there.
Okay.
Thanks.
We will definitely devour it. Thank you.
Okay.
Problem, Dwight.
didn't know about the passport. They don't ask about it. I just said,
I think this is good. Yeah, more broad. Really.
she brought it up because I said, I didn't talk about it. She said, no, we really do. Connie's the person.
Whatever you want to do.
My house.
There you go. You want to ask?
You guys done with break?
It's hard.
You guys done with break? You ready for the next?
There are two more coming back.
Two
Oh,
more
you want me to go
coming
find those guys?
They'll be right
See if
back.
I can track those guys down.
Yeah.
I've got a, we're thinking about a very slight change of plan.
Oh, what's that?
In giving them an hour to break out on their team,
That's a good idea.
and then putting
As long as we
back
don't
the
have to
exercise.
No.
We're gonna be at Judy's tomorrow, we're at the,
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it sit right there. Okay, that's fine, thanks. We're out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Ron.
That's okay, they don't need to hear it. They
Well, I
just
want to
need
talk to them about it.
Okay.
There are a couple of.
Oh, there we go.
A couple of your peers that have gone across the street and working on a couple of different things. One thing we want to show you, we're going to alter the schedule a little bit this afternoon so you can break out into your sessions or your work groups. But there's a magazine that's out that's called Entrepreneur. I don't know if anyone ever seen this magazine. Find it on the newsstands.
The iPad for the restaurant
University
we ordered.
is going to provide you a 9-month subscription to Entrepreneur online and land mail. So we'll present tomorrow a sign-up sheet so we can get your name. Oh, we already have it. We're going to give you another one with your name and email address so that can be sent to you.